Teddy Roosevelt first said out loud what folks here in the Wichitas have known all along, that these mystical mountains are a national treasure. He proclaimed in 1905 that 59,000 of these acres would be preserved for future generations as a forest and game preserve. Thrumming with tales of hidden mines and buried fortunes, this swath of geography was the last piece of America to be open to white settlement, the last place in the country. It doesn't get any more pure than that. And one of the best ways I've found to experience this unspoiled splendor is from the seat of a bicycle for the annual Tour de Meers ride.
There's routes that go through the heart of the Wichita Mountains, which are absolutely beautiful.
Begun in the late 80s as the sole source of funding for the Meers Volunteer Fire Department and held each year on the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend, this event sees a lot of repeat riders and always some flabbergasted newcomers.
Many people who've never been down in the Wichita Mountains, they are just amazed when they come down in this country because it is so beautiful, and it's really fairly unknown to most people, even in Oklahoma.
It's a very beautiful ride, and we've heard that from many of our participants.
There are 5 different routes to choose from 10 miles to 62 miles.
We have some fairly high-level riders that come and really want to ride the course at a high speed, and we have others that have baby strollers attached to their bikes pulling their babies.
This was my daughter Cricket's first road bike charity ride experience, and this event will hook you. We chose the 22-mile route, and Cricket loved the adventure, especially the free-ranging bison, not in a cage or even behind a fence, and the speed of the mountain roads. At one point, according to her speedometer, she was going 30 miles an hour.
I think they're just really surprised about the fact that there are mountains in Oklahoma. I think that's the biggest shocker to people.
Well, they enjoy the buffalo also.
Luckily, this ride is fully supported with rest stops all along the way, so I could occasionally catch up to my daughter. The rest stops serve up snacks and encouragement. We encouraged friends to join us and wound up making a weekend of it. This is a ride, not a race, and early finishers don't get a medal or a trophy or anything like that, but instead something even more coveted. They get to be one of the first folks through the door at the Meers Store for the nationally famous Meers burger, a 7-inch diameter burger made exclusively from prize-winning Texas Longhorn beef, and the recipient of a slew of Best Burger awards. It's a savory reward for a full day of pedaling.
If you've never had one, you don't know what you're missing.
When Teddy Roosevelt envisioned the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Preserve more than a century ago, I wonder if he ever imagined a day when folks would glide past these pristine pastures and epic boulder-covered mountains this way. I doubt it, but if I could bend Teddy's ear a minute, I'd tell him that from my humble perspective, this is the ultimate way to experience this national treasure. In Meers, I'm Shel Wagner.